My friends, it seems we have encountered a problem. Our esteemed host has been murdered by someone in this very room. We must figure out who committed this act, lest we be next. Oh, it couldn't have been me. I was upstairs in the study purchasing stocks. They won't purchase themselves, after all. And besides, I prefer to keep out of the company of the ghastly Major.
Oi! Who are you calling ugly?
Oh, I meant nothing by it. Sir, I simply think you should take better care of your appearance.
What are you? We have the same fight.
Gentlemen, let us get back to the point. Our host has been murdered, and we have to figure out who did it before one of us is next. What were all of you doing approximately 2 hours ago to the present?
Well, I was with Mike Stern, making a nice stew. Ain't that right, Stern?
Yes, Mike, that's quite right. It could not have been me or Mike, as we were in the kitchen. I was watching him stuff his face with the master's food. I didn't wish for him to consume all the food, because that would have been greatly inconveniencing to the master. So I suppose that won't be much of an issue now. No, I don't think it will, you're right. Yont was always an arrogant man. I can't say I'm very sad to see him go.
Oi! Does that mean you killed him, then?
No, I did not say that. I simply said that I'm not sad to see him go. I had no loyalty to him and rather disliked him, but I would not have gone as far as to murder him.
I don't know. Still seems pretty suspicious to me. Why say something if you ain't the killer?
Would you kindly stop your baseless accusations? They're growing quite tiresome. All right, why don't we bring order to this situation? First, we will start out with who you are and how you know our host. Then we will determine our alibis. We will start with you, Major.
I am Major Greenberg of Her Majesty's Royal Marines. I was acquainted by our host by my time in the military. He was a bit of a coward, never down for a good scrapping, but he was a fine lad, honest. I would never have killed him, though. I ain't a coward.
Of course not, sir.
Oi, you want to say that again, you git?
Calm down, Major. What were you doing 2 hours ago?
Well, I was in the library trying to get into that reading business. Mrs. says it's good for my mental health or whatnot. I didn't hear or see nothing.
I see. Mike and Stan, you already said you were in the kitchen. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. We was having a good snack in the kitchen. Well, at least I was. My mate Stan, he left halfway through. I'm not really sure what he's doing, but it was probably fine. I knew the host from school way back. We had some business deals going too.
I see. And Stan, what were you doing? I was simply preoccupied keeping the mansion clean from the mess that the master, our late master, I suppose, keeps around him at all times.
Ha! A likely story, slipping out of the presence of your mate like that, but I'm sure it's nothing.
Silence, Major. Continue, Stan. Well, I returned about half an hour later to find Mike still continuously stuffing his face filled with the master's food, until I was eventually summoned up here by you to find our master very dead. I see. And how did you know our host? Well, I was seeking again for employment in this area and saw a job listing for this mansion. I came and demonstrated my skills, and I was hired on. Biggest mistake I ever made. This man could not organize anything, not even his own thoughts. Of course. As for me, I was taking a walk to clear my head after this drab party. Nathan saw me leave. When I returned, Nathan was standing over the corpse of our deceased host. To which I must ask, Nathan, how did we get to this position? Well, I was upstairs in the study, looking at stocks and purchasing and selling, as you do. These are truly quite turbulent times, especially in the financial market. Anyway, as I was making a final sale of great importance, I got a sudden hankering for some fine wine. So I went down to this foyer, only to discover our host dead on the floor. Truly, it was quite ghastly. I see. And how did you know our host? He was simply a business partner of mine, and a rather important one at that. I would never kill him, because not only would I have nothing to gain, his death will throw his whole company into disarray, which will cost me vast amounts of money. I would never have killed him, and besides, even if I had, I would have had blood on my suit. Well then, gentlemen, I believe I know who the killer is.
You do?
I do, for it is Stan the butler. For who else would it be? When asked for a location, everyone else had a solid alibi. Mike himself even had a companion. You. But you slipped away. You did not provide a solid excuse for where you were during the time. And you were the only one of us to show actual hostility towards our esteemed host. I knew it was the butler. They're always the murderers. Fine then, I confess. It was me. I killed that arrogant bastard. He was judgmental, haughty, and worst of all, disorganized. He would leave a mess everywhere. He wouldn't wash his dishes. He wouldn't make his bed. It drove me crazy. I had no choice. And with that, gentlemen, we have a confession. Major Greenwood, please tie up the butler while I call the authorities. Sir, yes, sir. Such a waste of a perfectly good knife. At least allow me to wash it so that it can be used for better use. No? Okay, let's go. And with that, Sten the butler was arrested, and the host's murder was avenged. Our intrepid guests all returned to their homes, and all was returned to normal. Or was it? Fine then, I admit, it was me. I killed that arrogant bastard. No, that's... Well, I was seeking again for employment. Ha! I knew it was the butler. They're always the... Oh my god, that was... Ha! I knew it was the butler. It's always them. Why can't I get the... I knew it was the butler. They're always the murderers. Ha! I knew it was the butler. They're always the killers. Ha! I knew it was the butler. It's always them. Ha! I knew it was the butler. Oh my god, why? Ha! I knew it was the butler. They're always the killers.
No.
I think, alright. Okay.
We got to do
I
this.
gotta
We
do
got
this
two more
one
for this
time.
one.
And then...